Get top of the morning, afternoon, night, depending on where you at. It's the Pope, your host that do the most. Welcome to Just Being Frank show. Apologies for being late, man, but I had to handle my candle on some other things. But shout out to everybody being up in here early, man. Mr. Terrible says, I've been looking into Erika. Yikes. Ooh. Mindy says, good morning. Good morning to you. Borrow. Three wanting. Oh, and waiting. Yeah, shout out to you, Borrow. Kent Carlton, much love, member of the channel, been a nice, good supporter for a while now. Says, terrible, what yucks? She has missed Arizona. A problem for you? Oh, we're going to talk about it, Kent. Good morning from Texas. People from Arizona are cooked, plain and simple. Oh, why is that, Kent? Why they cooked from Arizona? Sheesh. Why is they cooked? Beauty from our Lord's estate. Ironically, Erika got a scholarship to play basketball and wanted to play in the WNBA. Good choice. She didn't. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. Texas is way different than Arizona from what I can discern, but I've only driven through Texas, but literally got stranded on a corner in Winslow, Arizona. That was a wild night W. Some Navajo. All right. So we got that going on. Yeah, man, we got to talk about Charlie Kirk's wife, man. Unfortunately, we got to talk about it. She been moving weird in a lot of people's eyes, even mine. I haven't dove deep enough to really know, but this video I came across last night breaks it all the way down. Her background, her history, where she comes from, and all that good stuff. And boy, oh boy, it's interesting. So we're gonna have to talk about it. This is gonna be a good one. Trust me. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. You're not gonna want to miss this. This is very eye-opening. Shout out to this fella. Let's see. Exposing Charlie Kirk's widow, Erika Kirk. She's not who you think. Dee got a podcast. Shout out to him. Again, I didn't hit the like button. Make sure y'all go over there. Show him some support, some love. Even though he's doing very well in this thing already. But let's go ahead and let him cook. I'll dive in here and there, but I get into it a little bit later. I just want him to lay this all out for you. He lays it out beautifully. Let me see how many we got in the building. How many we got built? We got 6 in the building, and that's fine. All right, let's get busy. He gonna lay this out. Lovely. Let's go.
Lose a lot of subscribers. And I guess we're gonna find out together by the end of this video what the outcome will look like for me. We spent quite a bit of time talking about Mr. Charlie Kirk, but we spent very little time talking about the person who is now the CEO of his company, Turning Point USA, Miss Erika Kirk. And I must tell you, it's very early where I am, but I couldn't wait to record this video because I found some very interesting information about Erika Kirk. And I can almost guarantee you by the end of this video, you will find out several things about Erika Kirk that you will not only find interesting, but I guarantee you that you've never heard before. Some of this stuff you've probably heard. A lot of it I can guarantee you have not. And it's videos like this that will further support the claim that a lot of these people, in my opinion, are placed in front of us. We think that they're regular, everyday people, come from good families, work hard to get to where they are, but these people are playing roles, in my opinion. And yes, we've already covered the fact that she was wearing a Freemason ring.
Oh. She got the Freemason ring on.
During her video where she was supposedly or allegedly rubbing the hands of Charlie Kirk in the casket, which I did not believe that was Charlie Kirk. Yes, we've already discussed her very odd.
Listen, that's a whole nother level, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all need to go do your research if you're not understanding what the Freemason is. It's like with the levels of it. It's wild. Go check it out. But damn, yeah, trust me. If she rocking it like that and how she rocking it, She rocking that, man. Look, I gotta go back because that's to me. Ain't no getting over. Just like the LeBron James tattoo or the boule type lion thing he got on his chest. It's no getting past these type of stuff. This is just blatant in front of your face, and you can take it for what you know. If you know, if you don't, then you won't. So, but goodness, to me, that's spooky right here. The fact she wearing this. Wow.
During her video where she was supposedly or allegedly rubbing the hands of Charlie Kirk in the casket, which I do not believe that was Charlie Kirk. Yes, we've already discussed her very odd and unusual behavior during her tribute video and also during the memorial service. I found her behavior to be very odd, which, by the way, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to go to her video and I wanted to see a woman that was grieving, and I was going to feel really bad, and I hated that she had to go through this. But I went to the video and that's not what I found. It was very odd. I'm not going to ignore my intuition and my human instincts, and everything's telling me that that woman is acting. And it turns out that I'm not the only person that believes that, as many other women and mothers and widows, and not only that, but white widows. For those of you who want to say that it's a cultural disconnect, there are many other white widows that also have watched this video that I have later found out that all feel the same thing. Her behavior was odd, but I digress. We've already discussed Donald Trump's odd behavior, not just on the White House lawn when he was asked about how he was doing less than 2 days after Charlie Kirk was supposedly taken out. And he said that not only is he doing very well, but he immediately deflected to some ballroom that they're building on the White House campus. Not to mention...
Hey, I do agree with him. When he said that, I was like, what? Yeah, that didn't have nothing to do with the question that was asked. I was shocked. I was actually shocked by that question. I mean, by how he responded to that.
Donald Trump dancing and celebrating on stage at the memorial as if this isn't, once again, a memorial. But I digress. We're not going to talk about any of that. I have a lot of new information for you.
It's never been easier to start a podcast.
Trust me. No, this is not trashing. This is education. This is, you might learn something. You can take it how you want to.
Already covered that Erika Kirk won the 2012 Miss USA pageant, which was owned by Trump, which, by the way, in the evil truth behind the modeling industry.
You got to hear that. You got to listen to this. You have to listen to this. Take it for what you like. But this is information. This is understanding. If you want to learn who Erika Kirk is, which I would say, if you was a Charlie Kirk supporter or fan of Charlie, then yeah, you should want to know who Erika Kirk is, who's taking over everything of Charlie Kirk's now.
Won the 2012 Miss USA pageant, which was owned by Trump, which, by the way, in the evil truth behind the modeling industry on Patreon that I dropped several weeks ago, we actually discussed what actually happens to many models, as many models was interviewed a decade ago, and they exposed a lot of the people that assaulted them and what it actually takes to become a top model and to actually win. And how Donald Trump, we also covered in this series, how Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein actually worked in this industry together, both overseeing and hand selecting themselves many of the women that modeled. I want you to keep that in mind for later in this video. But I do want to share that Erika Kirk actually shared on a podcast one time that she not only never competed or participated in any pageants before, but she also never done any modeling at any point in her life until one random day she received an invitation in the mail to start doing it. So the story is something that takes many women years and years and years to perfect and to accomplish. Erika Kirk was able to join.
Hold on, I want to see what this said, actually. Let me read this. Okay, Miss Arizona USA 2012 Erika Fran. Oh, okay. This was before marriage, so her name was Fran something, Franvive. And my mom had told me, you know, you can't be Mother Teresa, you can't save everyone, but I wanted to create, and I just want to see what these say. Organization that has ambitions enough to be able to help where I saw that. Okay, so this has nothing to do over here with what he's saying. Okay, but let's go.
Random day, she received an invitation in the mail to start doing it. So the story is something that takes many women years and years and years to perfect and to accomplish. Erika Kirk was able to join and win Miss USA or Miss Arizona within a year or two in the business. Now, once again, in that Patreon video that I dropped a few weeks ago, many of the models talk about how there's only about 1 to 2% of all models, regardless of what they look like, regardless of how good they are, that actually wins, because it's more than just your performance that gets you there. But I digress, because it gets weirder. Erika Kirk was also a casting director at the same exact time that she was modeling. Now, it's not clear if she was a casting director for Trump or not, but at the same time that all this was happening, she also owned a ministry that partnered with the U.S. military in Romania. And in the same area where they were working, the locals were accusing many even.
Hold on, man. Y'all hear what this man is saying? Past and present on Erika Kirk. Erika Kirk is a driven social entrepreneur, passionate ministry leader, and a woman of deep faith whose life has been shaped by her global experiences and unwavering commitment to purpose. From New York City to China, Erika has worked in the entertainment industry as a model, actress, and casting director, all while remaining grounded in her Christian. Wow. Erika's an all-arounder. Do you hear me? She is an all-arounder.
Director at the same exact time that she was modeling. Now, it's not clear if she was a casting director for Trump or not, but at the same time that all this was happening, she also owned a ministry that partnered with the U.S. military in Romania. And in the same area where they were working, the locals were accusing many evangelical ministries of kidnapping children.
That's too deep.
Where they were working.
What does this say? What does this say? Because he got this circled in. AFM, what are some of your goals for the organization this year? EF. So EF is Erika, Friends, whatever her name is. I'm very proud that we have been able to go international in the past few years. I absolutely love working with the military, so I feel such and such that we can do that on a continual basis through Antonio Placement Center in Constanta, Romania. From a domestic standpoint, this something want to have your annual pause for a cause event and work with local organizations that support foster care for children / teen. Man, she got her hands in everything. She is on and popping. Wowzers. I didn't know this.
The locals were accusing many evangelical ministries.
Romania's child trafficking town. Dozens of people from Romania eastern town of Tandari, whatever, are to go on trial accused of sending children to UK to steal. Oh. Okay, so first, making note, I'm just thinking. So she gets a call to be in a beauty pageant out of nowhere, out the blue. I need to do research on that. How did she get that call? When did she start doing beauty pageants? When did she get into that? Okay. I might ask chat in a minute. But she goes from there, and it just so happens to be ran by Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, right? Epstein Island. That strikes me as okay, cool. And then she goes on to playing basketball at some point, or she probably did. I don't know. I wonder which came first, the beauty pageant. How old was Erika Kirk when she won Miss Arizona? 23rd birthday. So she was 23.
According to Ian,
okay. So she was 23 when she won that. So grown woman status. So she already did her basketball stuff, college stuff. She's already graduated by this time. So now she's out of college and she's trying to spread her wings, I guess. What school did Erika Kirk play basketball? She went to Notre Dame.
According to en.wikipedia.org,
basketball
at
and
Notre Dame, she played basketball and volleyball, earning the Matt Arnold Sportsmanship and Teammate Awards. She later played basketball on the women's team of Regis University in Denver, Colorado for 2 years, appearing in 8 games in the 2007-08 season as a reserve.
So she was the bench warmer, but she was an athlete. So she played basketball and volleyball. Okay, so she was an athlete. How tall is Erika Kirk? 5'8". Okay. So she's 5'8", all that good stuff. All right. So she's an all-arounder. And she seems to been in the spotlight going to Notre Dame. You get a lot of connections and things of that nature. A lot of prominent, dominant people graduating and go to Notre Dame. Okay, it's not just football with Notre Dame. They have a lot going on at Notre Dame, Catholic, all this type of stuff, right? So you got a lot going there. A lot of connections you can come across. And again, she is a very beautiful woman. So I'm sure, and her being going to school for what she went to school for, which he's gonna talk about in a minute. Actually, what did Erika Kirk major in college? She went to Regis. She went to Liberty, Arizona State. And 2017. Master's degree in doctrine in Christian leadership. And I think she got something else.
Kidnapping.
Yeah, she seemed to being one to be in the spotlight in some capacity, somehow, some way, whether it's through sports, whether it's through Christ, whether it's through politics. She was gonna get to it, whether it's through TV, acting. I think she had podcasts and all of that before too. Let's go.
Children. Now, it doesn't mean that Erika Kirk did this. I'm not accusing her of orchestrating these things or being behind this, but it is responsible for me to state that during the same time and the same area that her ministry was working, many of them were being accused of kidnapping and trafficking children. And yes, the responsible thing to say is many locals could be lying. That's true. But these children were being sent to Israel, the UK, and other unknown islands. I also want to state that Erika Kirk also visited the Pentagon in 2012 while she was modeling.
So I've been able to travel to the Pentagon. I've been able to meet General Salazar, who's actually out here in Arizona. And I've also been able to donate a Johnny's Locker to the Sojourner Center, which you're looking at right now.
Wow.
So there's been a lot of things that have been going on, from working in the military to traveling to just being able to get out.
Well, here's another good one for you. Did any of you know that before any of this, any of the pageants, any of the modeling, Erika Kirk, before she was Erika Kirk, was actually an actress on television? Here's a clip from Bravo's reality show, Summer House.
Creating custom clothing labels with Tap Stitch is easy. Go to your brand.
Yeah, man, ain't nobody trusting. He's giving you information. You might need to just, stop being biased and listen. Because it is all strange. To me, it is. It's strange how she's moved, how she's been moving even before Charlie Kirk. It's strange. And especially the performance I've seen her at the funeral. Listen, I know how to look. This mind of mine is read between lines. Like AB said, shout out to AB in the building. She did some fake crying up there. She did fake crying. I don't like fake crying neither. That's crazy. Fake cry. You got a fake cry at your husband's funeral? At your young husband's funeral who took care. I mean, my goodness. You fake crying? Now, if some people don't cry at funerals, okay, I can understand that. But don't fake it. Then just don't cry. But when you fake crying, why you want me to believe something? What's going on? Come on, man. I don't like it. And so she has moved weird. And that is different. If you've been into Christianity this long, then what's with you trying to get into the devil's playground so hard? Why are you trying to fit into the devil's playground so tough? When I'm talking about the devil's playground, the entertainment industry. Why are you trying to crack into the entertainment industry so tough? Why would you do acting? And you went to school for Christian something. Why wouldn't you just start your business on that front? You doing church or something like that. Like, usually I don't see people who inspire to be pastors and preachers go and pursue a modeling and acting career. She literally went to college for like political shit and Christianity, but yet she pursued an acting and modeling career. I digress. Let's go. Oh yeah, it's no
Kirk was actually an actress on television. Here's a clip from Bravo's reality show, Summer House. Well, how about this? Did you all know that Erika Kirk's mom not only worked closely with the government, but specifically with Homeland Security and the Department of Defense?
Can I ask a question? This might be off topic. How did your mom choose Phoenix?
So she chose to move to Phoenix from Ohio because there was more of an opportunity for a female business owner out here, especially from the standpoint of she was getting involved with the government, so Homeland Security and Department of Defense. And so she had other business partners that were out here that were already in that industry.
In fact, do you even know who?
Like, come on, man. Now it be getting further into it. Her mom is trying to crack the code again. Mom is beautiful too. To be an older woman, mom is beautiful too, especially I'm sure in her heyday. So she, another smart woman who's in the politics and trying to get in the government, which we all talk about how we don't trust the government. How you shouldn't trust the government, the FBI, so on and so. Hey, you can't put your full trust in that. So the fact that, hey, she got ties to, her mom is even trying to get deep into the government and get connections and has connections. I'm sure she got all of the connections she needed from the government and so on and so forth, and has that to this day.
Erika Kirk's parents are all together. It says here, Erika Kirk's parents are Kent and Melanie Francevy, or Francevy. Kent Francevy was a prominent figure in the defense industry, having chaired Raytheon's Israel division and been involved in significant military projects, including the Iron Dome. Melanie Francevy's background is less publicly detailed, but the family has been noted for their connections to conservative and pro-Israel circles. Erika's upbringing in this environment, combined with her own public roles, has placed her at the center of discussions regarding influence and alleged covert operations. Now, would you look at that? So that means not only was her family, currently her family is very well connected, but they're connected to Israel, the same foreign nation that many Americans are not rocking with right now, including myself. And I guess that could further
Shocking. Israel. Shocking.
explain Charlie Kirk's undeniable record over the years when it comes to Israel. I don't think many people ever thought that it was just strictly about the Bible. But this also means that Erika Kirk was successful and a millionaire well before she met Charlie Kirk, because of all these ventures that she was placed into before she met him. And now she is the CEO of Turning Point USA. But let's continue.
Trump International Hotel, Las Vegas. This look like a Christian woman to you? It look like, hey, come on, man. This again, yeah. That's strange when you're trying to get in, crack the model industry and the acting industry when you went to college for Christianity. That's strange to me, because you are subjected to having to do things like this, to damn near take pictures nude. You do subject yourself to being recorded nude, to having to take pictures nude when you are in the modeling and acting industry as a female. So that doesn't line up with the Christian beliefs. I got to keep it frank with you, period. This is the Just Being Frank show. So Ken, again, if you mad at something like this, that's crazy work.
Did you know that she is actually currently considered the most powerful woman in the country, and many are suggesting that she should run for vice president in 2028 alongside J.D. Vance, as many view Charlie Kirk as a future presidential candidate himself. And it also doesn't help when there are emails going out from Turning Point USA where Erika is stating that she will, quote unquote, carry Charlie's torch. But we'll see. Let's talk about Erika and Charlie's first date. Apparently, it was for a job interview only after a quote unquote close friend recommended that Charlie should hire her as they were celebrating a new Turning Point USA location. This was back in 2018, which is only 2 years.
I wonder what close friend recommended for Charlie to hire her. I wonder what close friend recommended for Charlie to hire her.
It was for a job interview only after a quote unquote close friend recommended that Charlie should hire her as they were celebrating a new Turning Point.
Why is she trying to go work for Charlie? She got all of these. Look at Candace in the background. Come on, man. Y'all can't tell me him and Candace didn't have a thing. I don't give a shit. Yeah, they say best friends. Yeah, that's fine. But anyways, I digress on that. Why she want to come work for Charlie? I know he rich. I understand all of this and all of that. But she, again, wasn't she pursuing acting and modeling? Wasn't she pursuing acting and modeling? What? She all over the place. But again, yep, she all over the place.
USA location. This was back in 2018, which is only 2 years after Charlie and Trump started working together on Trump's campaign. Remember,
my name is Whitney Allen. I'm a widow, and my husband Ryan died.
This happened.
He was 35 years.
This happened when? Let's go back a little bit.
Carry Charlie's torch, but we'll see. Let's talk about Erika and Charlie's first date. Apparently, it was for a job interview only after a quote unquote close friend recommended that Charlie should hire her as they were celebrating a new Turning Point USA location. This was back in 2018, which is only 2 years after Charlie and Trump started working together on Trump's campaign. Remember, at this time, Erika Kirk had already been working under Trump in the modeling industry. So it would make the most sense to me that either Trump or someone close to Trump recommended Erika.
Storytelling. So we're here at Bill's Burgers.
Hey, make the most sense to me too.
And right near this very table was the first time that I met Mama. And it started as a job, and now it's actually.
Now, Charlie Kirk. Yeah. At this point in time in Charlie Kirk's life, he's a millionaire, correct? Why we having interviews at a restaurant? Why are we interviewing people who was why are we at a restaurant? I'm just saying. It sounds like it's more than the interview. Hey, y'all calling each other. Come on, y'all. No, let's come on, Barrow. Kid, let's relax. Let's relax in the chat. Let's not call people out their names now.
Asking all these questions, philosophy, religion, Jesus. And then I realized Mama was beautiful and smart and elegant and Christ-like. And so I said, forget this job interview. I want to date you. And I said, I have enough friends. And that's where your journey started.
And I've already covered the weird story of the 72.
Forget this. I want to date you. Okay. All right.
2-year-old man that supposedly started Turning Point USA with an 18-year-old Charlie Kirk after convincing him not to go to college. But I digress. Anyway.
Hey, what did that say? That's so bad. Hold on. Don't digress. The tax exempt charity says its mission is to educate students about the importance of fiscal responsibilities, free markets, and capitalism. As its profile has risen, its revenue has ballooned, reaching $28 million, a 7-fold increase in 4 years. But behind the scenes, Turning Point USA has entered into questionable financial arrangements, particularly involving Kirk's mentor, William Montgomery, the lesser-known co-founder who was credited with discovering Kirk. Montgomery, 80 years old. Damn, 80 what? 80 years old, an Illinois entrepreneur and one-time Tea Party activist, is one of 3 Turning Point insiders who have won lucrative deals from the group to handle its printing, payroll, processing, and fundraising.
Turning Point USA with an 18-year-old Charlie Kirk after convincing him not to go to college.
started.
And I've already covered the weird story of the 72-year-old man that supposedly started Turning Point USA with an 18-year-old Charlie Kirk after convincing him not to go to college. But I digress. Anyways, Erika has also shared the story of seeing Charlie in Israel. So there's the Israel plug once again. And notice that he looked familiar, but was too afraid to approach him. And then they would run into each other again in America, supposedly. And if I haven't blown your mind yet, keep listening. Did you know that Charlie Kirk's family was closely and heavily tied to Donald Trump as well, as his parents worked really, really closely in the Trump Tower? It says here, late Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk's parents were longtime Trump allies. Charlie Kirk's parents worked with Donald Trump long before the presidency. Unlike their extraordinarily famous son, Charlie's parents did not spend a lot of time in the spotlight. Not much is known about his mother, Kimberly Ann Kirk, but we do know that Charlie's father was Robert K. Kirk, and Robert had a pretty strong connection with Trump long before his son did. It's unclear exactly how Charlie and Trump became acquainted, but it's likely that it was through his father and the work he once did for the Trump organization. Kimberly's career and her affiliations are mostly unknown, while Robert was a businessman who worked as a project architect manager on Trump Tower in New York City. Now, would you look at that? Would you look at that one?
Hold on. Yeah. Trump Mafia. Yeah. Hey, he put it together. This is getting spooky. Let's go, man. Let's continue. Sheesh.
Once again, as I always say, it's the weird connections. How many people do you know are able to create a multi-million, well over $100 million yearly annual budget organization by the time they're 25 years old? Not saying that it's impossible, not saying it's never been done before, but you have to be connected to the right people. You have to be selected to do these type of things in this world. What we were taught as children, how you can do it and you can make it and you can become whatever you want, it's a lot of stuff that was left out, like privilege, like connections, like being a part of these secret organizations and societies. But not only that,
this young man is not telling no lies.
Erika attended a Jesuit university, which is Regis University, located in Denver, Colorado. And her grandfather is a guy by the name of Carl Kenneth Franzvi, who was the vice president of American Banking Note Corporation, which is the same one tied to secure printing and IDs, and was Grand Chief of the Independent Order of Vikings, knighted by the King of Sweden. But we go a little bit deeper. Meanwhile, Charlie Kirk's Turning Point USA UK launched at the Royal Automobile Club under Prince Michael of Kent, Grand Master of Freemasonry. George Farmer, who was Candace Owens' husband, sat as chairman, tied to Andrew Tate long before Candace. So it begs to differ, begs to question, is Erika Kirk a CIA Mossad plant cosplaying as a trad wife that was hand-selected to be Charlie Kirk's wife?
Christianity? This Christianity? What is going on in the chat? This ain't Christianity, Ken folks. Ladies and gentlemen. This ain't Christianity. This ain't that. You got to be mafia to work New York and New York City, building construction industry. Remember who mentioned or mentored Trump? Mentored Trump via his dad, mafia lawyer Roy Cohen. And of course, man, you got to be connected, like that young man said.
One could even argue similar to how Melania was hand-selected for Mr. Donald Trump himself. But I'm not done.
So is that true too?
As a trad wife that was hand-selected to be Charlie Kirk's wife, one could even argue similar to how Melania was hand-selected for Mr.
So is that out there? Is that true? Can anybody contest to that? That Melania was handpicked for Donald Trump? Can anybody contest to that? Is that true? Is that a true statement? Anybody? Was Donald Trump's wife, was she handpicked for him? We can go to chat. Yes, I believe it's true. Okay, hold on. Who knows? Was Donald Trump's wife, Melania, handpicked for him? Based on how Donald and Melania Trump met, there is no evidence to suggest that she was handpicked for him. The two met organically at a party in 1998 and began dating on their own terms. The idea that their union was a prearranged and transactional one for political purposes is misconception. All right, so says misconception. I can't say. So yeah, I haven't heard that one. That's why I had to come to the chat. I had to find that out. All right, let's move on. So this man was misinformed somewhere.
Donald Trump himself. But I'm not done. The biggest red flag, in my opinion, whether you all agree with me or not, is Erika Kirk and Charlie Kirk's children. Now, I noticed this before, but it's really stood out to me since. Can anybody, anywhere, on any platform, Google, Instagram, YouTube, interviews, can anybody find a solid photo of what Erika and Charlie Kirk's children looks like? Yep, you heard me right. Because that matters. Because you have some people who are going as far to say that they believe that this Erika Kirk and this Charlie Kirk relationship was completely arranged and that they probably weren't together like the public thought that they were. Much like how a lot of celebrity relationships are arranged to make power couples, to bring in more fans, more attention, a better dynamic. Because whenever you have a spouse, it just looks better. Sort of how that works in the industry, in the music industry or in Hollywood. What makes it any different here? I went to Erika Kirk's Instagram, and just about everywhere I went to look, it's very difficult to find any photo, not only of their children, whether they're in interviews, whether they're out to eat, whether they're at the zoo, whether they're walking in the park, they always have their children's face hidden. But it's also very difficult to find any pictures of Erika Kirk pregnant. Even though it's easy to fake pregnancies, it was very difficult to find that. Now, for those of you who want to be devil's advocate, you're going to say, well, I mean, a lot of parents do that, right? Like I know for a fact, J. Cole, the rapper J. Cole, is very difficult to find his children anywhere on the internet as well, right? But I think you can find one or two photos of what they look like. It's because he wants to keep his children out of the spotlight. He don't want to ever use it. He's talked about this in his music over the years. He does not want his children to be used to gain attention or sympathy or more fans. He wants people to like him for his music or dislike him for his music. He don't want to use his family for that reason. Are you all going to make that same argument for a person like Charlie Kirk and Erika Kirk, who encourage people to get married, have children, build a legacy? You're going to not show what your children look like? And it's very, very orchestrated. In every video and photo, they go out their way to make sure that their children's faces is completely turned. They'll cut the video short before their child's face is shown. That's weird to me. That's
Hey man, that is that is okay. That is weird. I mean, but it could be an explanation for that. What do y'all think in the chat? Is that weird? What he just went? Because listen, there's so many videos of them. I mean, why have any videos of them at all if you're not going, pictures of them at all? If you're not going to show them, if you just don't want nobody to see, your kids, then you just shouldn't put them up there, right? You just shouldn't have no pictures and videos of them at all. But if you're going to put pictures and videos of them, then why are you just doing it from the back? Why every single one? And it's a lot of them. So again, that confuses me. That gives me cause to pause. Okay. Hope you're doing good work. I just came by to say hi. I appreciate it. Hello. I could see her taking advantage of him. I don't believe conspiracy thing. Yet, how many celebrities don't hide their kids? Really, no celebrities hide their kids for real. I mean, I don't really know none that hide their kids They actually all put their kids on Front Street. Except for the weirdos, except for like if you got something to hide, it seemed like that's the only people I know that really hide their kids. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't follow too many celebrities, but I know the ones that do. Like I was Dewana, is she a celebrity? Dewana Bonner. I had made a comment on a post with her kids. She was on a story with her kids on. So I don't know, man. Let's keep going though. I guess is that regular? Again, I ain't heard from the chat. I'm waiting. I hear one or two people say, yeah. I mean, is that normal? Is that normal to have all those videos and pictures of your kids, but they all from the back? Oh.
I don't fully know what I'm getting at outside of the. Now, for those of you who want to say, all right, Didi, what's your point? What are you getting at? Well, I don't fully know what I'm getting at outside of the fact that once again, there are many more red flags when it comes to the situation.
Red flags,
things aren't adding up, and there's a certain picture that's being painted here. And the more and more we investigate, it's becoming more and more obvious to me that these people that are placed in front of us are not who we think, even though we want to believe that so badly. They're just not, right? So at the very least, that's what I'm stating. Right? Will I go as far to say that this relationship was arranged? I'm open to believing that. I'm also open to believing that this assassination may have not been an assassination, right? I'm not going to full out come on and just say that as of yet, but I'll include the video that's convinced me that Charlie Kirk may have even been in on it. I'll include that version on Patreon because, of course, for obvious reasons, I can't include that on YouTube. But I will say this, I'll make it free.
Look. It's not, first of all, pulling up someone's past. Are you kidding me? Her connections of her past. Hold on, where did that go? Where did that go? Carmen says, everyone has a past. That is part of growing up. Pulling something that happened years prior is so foolish. No, what's foolish is the fact that you don't understand her past is the reason why she has the future she has. It's the reason how she got Charlie Kirk's first face in the first place. Her past and who her parents was, what her mom did, getting connected to the government, her being able to go to the beauty pageant without even having no experience and winning it, and Trump is running it, and she's already tied to that, and so on and so forth. All of that, you need to learn that before because you don't even know who this woman is, Carmen. You don't know who this woman is today in her present. So for you to act as if bringing up something else, and it's not like her past, you're talking about something when she was 10, 5, she was a grown woman and everything we're talking about. And it wasn't that long ago. I don't even believe she's 33 right now. No, yes, she is. She's 5 years older than Charlie. Charlie was 31, so she's 36. That's foolish for you to even act as if we shouldn't know her past. And that's all he's doing is telling you her past. And that he or neither am I, or saying everything is concrete, solid, and she's guilty. But we're saying, hey, here goes her past. Here goes where she comes from. Here goes where Charlie Kirk came from, and this is how they met. And you can take it for what you want to after that. But it is an eye-opener to see the fact that she went through everything she went through, had the parents she got, so on and so forth. It's very interesting, to say the least. And the way she acted at that funeral, that's what raised a lot of people's eyebrows, is how she conducted herself once they said, nobody was questioning, nobody even, I didn't know her name. So I think a lot of people, I didn't know who Charlie Kirk was before he passed, but I didn't know her name. I knew he was married, but I never looked into who his wife was. And a lot of people didn't. And some people did know who she was or whatever, knew her name, right? But nobody was questioning Erika Kirk until the funeral, when she first spoke. Now, what you leave yourself is, you leave yourself up for people to say things. Hold on, let me see something real quick. I'm gonna pull this up too. The body language guy. The body language guy, that's what his name is called. Let me go here. Because I haven't even really watched that one fully. But the body language guy, he even, I believe, had, let me see, what is his name? Body language analysis. Is that him? Let me go over here real quick. Let me pull this up. Where is my dude at? All right, here we go. Let me see. And the body language guy, look, he ain't got no claim in the fight neither. He ain't got no stake in the fight. He just telling them what he see. And so let's go ahead and let's go back. I didn't even watch all of this, so that's cool. Let's watch it. Let's check it out.
Everybody can have their opinion and everybody can ask questions, but when you see comments like Maverick X, no pain, no agony on her face, it's clearly a show. Which, by the way, I want to make it clear regarding comments like this. I'm going to reply to this. I don't know, maybe she's overwhelmed by joy because of the 100,000 people honoring Charlie at that moment. Yeah, this guy is a bellend. But I saw throughout all the memorial, so many people in the comments in our live stream asking, you know, it was not the moment to be. I told you very politely, this is not the moment to talk about the.
Hold up. Hey, Ken. Hold up. Well, I'm out. This site is another liberal shit show. Borrow Adrian. I got not your libtards. Come on, Ken, man. What is wrong with you? If you don't like what's being said in this video or what's being played, then correct. Why didn't you just exit, stay left? What is with all this talking crap and going back and forth with people and want to call people libtards and shit like that? What's up with you? Why are you coming in the chat disrupting the fucking chat? If you don't like what you're hearing, then fucking leave. Don't get to being disrespectful. I don't like that type of shit. Because you don't agree with some motherfucker, would it make your own motherfucking channel? Don't come in this motherfucker talking shit to people. Fuck you. How about that? I boot you out this bitch. Fuck you think you talking to, man? Why you talking to people crazy? Real shit. You on some real fag shit, homie. Don't come to my shit because you got a difference of it. We don't give a fuck. Then take your bitch ass on. The fuck you think this is, man? You can unsubscribe and do all. I don't give a fuck. Don't bring your bitch ass back now. Now when I see you, I'm gonna zap you now. Punk motherfucker.
This is not the moment to say I don't like this or such and such a guy. It was a bit of common sense, and if you double down on that, well, my mods either deleted your comment. You know that my mods have only that ability, but I myself perma ban you. I've already got emails saying that how dare you perma ban me? Perma ban means that you can comment on my videos, you can comment on my chats, but nobody will see your comments. Bad luck, tough luck. This is a dictatorship. The body language guy is essentially a dictatorship. But I wanted to show you that there's a lot of toxicity out there, such as Destiny, this super ultra left wing libtard This Charlie Kirk memorial is indistinguishable from a Nazi rally, and F anyone who wants to pretend it's not. And this has like more than 30 million views on X. Can you imagine? And also, David Pacman, the Charlie Kirk funeral is absolutely disgusting, riddled by speeches with the speeches that only dial up the temperatures. Stephen Miller's was particularly vile. Well,
hey, let me ask y'all in the chat too. Whoever watched the funeral? Because I didn't watch the funeral. I don't do funerals. Who watched the funeral and what did you get from it? What did you get from it? Because I only seen bits and pieces. I only seen clips.
How about it? I liked Stephen Miller's speech regarding this. But the one thing that, let's say, that worried me the most were, again, people asking me to analyze Erika Kirk's body language live on stage as she was trying to contain the tears that were flowing down her cheeks. As, oh, this looks so fake, body language guy. Can you analyze her while she was speaking? And yeah, if you are that dumb, if you're such a blockhead, you will be perma-banned. It's that simple. I don't care. You can complain. You can go and complain in the comments. Just pray to God that I don't see your comment, because I will essentially ban you. Because, well, if you thought that this was fake, if you thought that this was, I don't know, some kind of made up thing, because many people were saying it's simply not possible to organize all this event in such a short period of time, then yes, it's like you, I don't know, it's like, yes, you're gonna doubt that even Charlie Kirk existed, that he was a hologram, AI, or something. So I just wanted to talk about, I had an review that it is obvious that she was.
You're doing a lot of talking.
Young men.
Have you ever wanted to see your home from?
He already said. Hold on. He already sounded biased. He already sounded like he not. Oh, wait a minute. The body language, man. You can't be biased, bro. You sound biased as a motherfucker.
Just like the one who took his life.
Notice that when she says, just like the one who took his life, it is obviously that she's angry. This is not a...
Man, what is obvious is that she's an actress, my G. And I got to do some pushback on you now. Because you capping. You caping and capping for this woman. What's obvious is that look like she's playing a role and she didn't look in the mirror with this face 1,000 million gazillion times. It looked like she didn't read this script in the mirror over 1 million bazillion times, sir. That's what that face looked like. That was like a thumbnail. That's a thumbnail face. Come on. Oh, wow, sir.
This is not a compassionate look. No, she's angry. And she has all the right to be angry. That is obvious. It's an emotion. She's a human being. She has all the right to be angry, but she knows what she has to do. And she bends a little bit, exhaling deeply. She thinks about it, looks at the people around her. Okay, this is it. This is what Charlie would have wanted. She sighs, and there it comes.
That young man. That young man. On the cross, our Savior said,
There's just a tad. It just have a bit of, okay, I don't know if I can do this. She presses.
Boy, she looked like she tried. Boy. I didn't see this. This is loud. I don't mean to smile. Sometimes you gotta laugh and keep crying. Well, whoa. She look at this. Look at these eyes. She made sure them eyes is piercing with the black outliner around. Oh, they gonna stick out nice. Oh,
her lips, as in, oh my God. Yeah, I want you to, it's not like, oh, I'm going to say this for an actual struggle.
No.
What she was going through. It was really heartbreaking.
No.
Anger, and she knows that there's this thing that she absolutely must do.
That man, that young man, I forgive him.
And there's this actual pain in her face. There's a lot of
You
pain.
full of shit. You full of shit. Let's go.
But
let's go.
So painful. Knew that this is a bit. She knew that a conservative saying and Christians said, all right, but this is a bit too rushed thing to do, and it took a lot of strength from her to do that. Fast forward.
Man, no, stop, homie.
Trying to regain composure. It will be so hard.
No.
You can see the tears. Oh, she has no tears. I saw comments saying that she had no tears. Are you blind or something? You should get your eyes checked, like right now. Like get an appointment.
Bro, she squeezed that out. Are you kidding me right now? I'm not fucking with you. I'm unsubscribed, my nigga. Wow. Okay. Are you kidding me? This? That might as well be no tear, homie. He might not know she's an actress. He might not know her background. See, look, Carmen 1-2. You see why it's important to learn the background? You see why it's important to go back into the past? Because now we have learned she has been an actress. She has pursued an acting career. So she has played roles and read scripts and definitely had to try to cry before. She's had to go over scripts before. I don't think he might not know that. He might not know her background. And because he might judge this totally different if he knew her background. But I believe he's being very biased right now. I really do. I believe he is being very biased to the facts of the matter, because even if he didn't know, she's still not coming across as a widow who was definitely in love with her husband. I'm going to play something that she posted on Charlie Kirk's TikTok, her first post on Charlie Kirk's TikTok, not her own. What she put? Oh, it's crazy. We're gonna do it after this.
And again, there's gonna be, as usual, people are gonna say, "Oh, she was acting. All this was rehearsed. All this was acting." So, yeah, this is great. Either this was so fast and spontaneous.
I forgive him because it was what Christ did, and is what Charlie would do. The answer to hate is not hate. The answer we know from the gospel is love, and always love. Love for our enemies and love for those who persecute us.
Notice this is a special distinction and something that I want to mention here. I'm gonna make a short stop. When she says love for our enemies, and she looks to
and she closes her eyes. And she closed it. We're gonna talk about why she closed her eyes when she said that. Why she couldn't look people straight in the face. Man, this is crazy, man. You really pissing me off. Why is she closing her eyes? Tommy, let's talk about that. I'm finna play something, yo. I'm finna play something. Because I didn't like this. Let's go. Let's go to Charlie Kirk's page, man. Let's go to Kirk, man. Get off my screen. Get off my screen, sir. Get off my screen, sir. Charlie Kirk's page, man. Real Charlie Kirk, man. Okay? See this? You see this? You see that woman?
Please be a leader worth following. Your wife is not your servant. Your wife is not your employee. Your wife is not your slave. She is your helper. You are not rivals. You are one flesh working together for the glory of God. Please be a leader worth following. Your wife.
You out of here. Ken's been banned and deleted. He's out of here. Now, do you see this? This is the first thing she posted onto Charlie Kirk's page about your wife isn't this, your wife isn't that, your wife. Why out of all of your speeches you had all the time you was up there talking, why did you take that part and post it on my page? Are you talking to me? Dead me? Are you talking to dead Charlie Kirk? Who the fuck are you posting this for? To me, this made you guilty.
Your wife is not your employee. Your wife is not your slave.
Important. He was about to hire who? Her. He said he met her on a job interview to hire your wife. But he said, no, I wanted to make you my wife. Now, again, I don't know who the fuck you think who you fooling with this shit. Your wife is not your slave. And to know that she pursued a career to be famous. You have to understand her past to understand where we're at now. This was a woman that wanted to be famous. She wanted the spotlight Charlie has. She wanted it. She wanted it too. I'm not saying she wanted his spot. She wanted to be in the spotlight. For her to start out with,
please be a leader worth following. Your wife is not your servant. Your wife is not your employee. Your wife is not your slave. She is your helper. You are not rivals. You are one flesh working together for the glory of God.
See again, why are you talking? Why are you talking to people like that? Well, you at Charlie Kirk's funeral. What has this got to do with Charlie Kirk? What does that have to do with Charlie Kirk? You talking to men in the crowd or to the world, because you know this is live streaming. You talking to men in the world and you're trying to chastise men in the world that your wife is not, so you're on a woman's rant right now at your husband's funeral. You're on a woman's rant. I'm not your slave. I'm only your helpmate. I'm not your. What the fuck does this have to do with the funeral? What made you think that needed to even? And again, not only did you say this at his funeral, you then had somebody clip that part out and you posted it to his page. It's the first thing you posted on his page. The very first thing since he's passed that she has posted on his page was this.
Please be a leader worth following.
Be a leader worth following.
Your wife is not your employee. Your wife is not your slave. She is your helper.
Who are you talking to?
You are not rivals.
What?
You are one flesh working together for the glory of God.
Why are you talking to me like that?
Please be a leader worth following.
Where did that come from, Erika? Why are you talking to me like that? Who said I slaved my wife? Who said I did? Who said this? And what do you mean my wife isn't my employee? What the fuck you mean? What are you talking? What does that mean? Because a lot of wives are their husband's employees. A lot of wives run things for their husbands when they have businesses and so on and so forth. So not an employee, but maybe the co-CEO. The CEO and the founder is still the boss. So what? And that is still helping your husband if you are an employee of your husband and getting paid. Y'all must be getting, if you're an employee and you're getting paid behind your husband's business, then that's great. The fuck do you mean when you say these things? What does that mean? Your husband runs a company and you work and y'all working side by side together and you handling this and handling that and he directing you over here and directing you over there. What is the problem, Christian woman? You took that as slavery? Your rich ass got the nerve to say your wife ain't your slave? Did y'all hear that? You have to pay attention. Why would she say something like this at the funeral? And then even further, why would you go post this? Just the clip of you telling wives are not slaves and so on and so forth on his page. That made it messy as a motherfucker. Y'all can say what you want. That's not smooth. I'm telling you, that's not cool. It makes no sense for her to do something like that. It sounds like she had an issue. It sounds like, and look at her face. Damn, the damn glare is in the way. Them tears then went, look how clear her eyes is. Them tears went away.
Following. Your wife is not your servant. Your wife is not your employee. Your wife
Look at them
is
eyes.
not your slave.
I don't see no tears. No more
She's
tears.
your helper. You are not rivals. You are one flesh working together for the glory of God. Please be a leader.
That right there, I'm telling you, that cut the cake for me. That cut the cake. I said, oh no. You see her face, her eyes? She mad. She mad. You better not be don't be a lips. Like she mad dogging niggas. What is you doing? Come on, what is you doing? Who is you mad dogging like that? Look at this face. Who is you mad at, woman? You are at your husband's funeral and you're talking about husbands. And what? All right, man. Listen, that cut the cake for me. I said, oh, I don't like her. I don't like her. I don't like her vibe. I don't like her. I don't like her tone. I don't like her tone. I don't like her vibe. I don't like her past. I don't like how she's moving in the present. I don't like it. This woman right here, this is evil. That's the white devil right there. Yeah, that's the white devil right there. I know one when I see one. That's one right there. God damn it. Yeah, that's one. Shit. That's a motherfucking white devil right there. Bitch got there. Slaves. We won't be your slaves. Hold on. Who said that? I just want to know what made her say that at her husband's funeral. She's not at a woman's convention, a woman's Christian, like she's not doing that. You are at your husband's funeral telling men, leaders, and that their wives aren't their employees, they're slaves. I want to hear it again. I want to hear it again. I want to hear it fucking again. What did you say? Because I'm in awe.
Worth following. Your wife is not your servant. Your wife is not
servant first. Your wife isn't your servant. Let's go to the homie real quick. We're gonna go back to that. We're gonna go back to that. Chat, wake up. I got something different to talk about. I need to know. Chat, you with me?
Absolutely, I'm right. More info if you have more pieces or details.
Yeah, I need info. Chat GPT, check me out. Listen. Damn, what was I wanting to know? So you threw me off. You wasn't listening at first. I wanted to know, servant. Give me a definition of servant, please.
Of course, no worries at all. So a servant generally refers to someone who performs duties for another person, often in a domestic or personal capacity. It can mean someone who helps with household chores, provides assistance, or is employed to take care of others' needs. The term can also be used more broadly to describe someone who is dedicated to serving a cause or another individual. Let me know if you need more details or examples.
Yes, I do. Is wives usually, do they play roles of a servant, would you say?
That's an interesting question, and it really depends on the relationship dynamics and context.
How about Christian wives? Do Christian wives usually play the role to their husbands like a servant in a sense?
That can definitely be a lot depending on different denominations, cultural traditions, and personal beliefs. In some Christian teachings, there's an emphasis on mutual love, respect, and support between spouses, while in other interpretations, there may be more traditional roles emphasized. Ultimately, it's often about
you
balance.
Protecting these hoes. Listen, you trying to protect them. Stop it, homie. Stop it, Chad. Now, all right, but enough. You pissed me off. He just said in the definition of a servant, which I already understood, that it's like person who be on their duties, help you with these, that, and other. It's a helpmate, basically, in a sense. So for you to be like, oh, I'm not servant, what? What? What do you mean not servant? It's the fuck you up.
Your wife is not your your wife is not your servant. Your wife is not your employee.
If you work for me, yes, you are. Why are you making a problem out of it? Why is that a problem for you? What do you mean? What do you mean? Again, listen, For you sensitive Sandys, Pope, you're slandering Erika. It's really unfair to accuse her of being part of CK's assassination. She became a Christian later in her life. She was previously Catholic. Listen, first of all, I never said she was a part of his assassination or not. That's where you got it wrong at. Secondly, we learning who this woman is, and I don't like what I'm learning about her. I didn't say she popped her husband. Did I? What is the Charlie Kirk wife, Erika Kirk, has an interesting past that led her to a promising future. That's what the title say. I have not once yet said she was involved in his murder. See, don't come in here being too sensitive and shit and overthinking shit. If you listening, yeah, I got a problem with how she moving. You don't? You don't got a problem with how she moving? You don't think this is a problem? Her being at her husband's funeral and saying these words? You don't think it's a problem?
A leader worth following. Your wife is not your servant. Your wife is not your employee. Your wife is not your slave. She is your helper. You are not rivals. You are one flesh working together for the glory of God. Please be a...
We're not rivals. Where are you getting, woman? What are you talking about here? See? You okay with that? Shout out to AB for the $10 super chat. You okay with that? Right. Play Catholics are Christians. Wow, right. You got to know better. You got to know better, Clay, what you're talking about. Yes, she became Protestant later in life, and that's why she's corrupted. No, and again, no, she went to college for some Christianity. It says she took a major in Christian leadership. So no, she was in college and she was on her Christian stuff. What are we talking about here? Did we not pay attention? Or we just coming in? Maybe we just coming in. But the video we just watched, no, she was in college. Go look it up. She was in college. She majored in a few things. I think she got a couple masters. Come on, man. I don't listen. Again, for me, I'm not a religious person. I'm a spiritual person. I believe in a higher power, which I call God. I take a little bit of scriptures from different books and rock out. But this right here, this is disgusting business. Clay, where you at on this right here? On that face? It seems like no matter where I pause it, she has that face. Have you noticed that? Listen, I have paused this in different places. And still this face. I've paused this in different places of this video. And it's still the same face no matter where I pause it at. Ain't that crazy too? That she looked like this? What? So you mad? You speaking on that like as if you going through something, like as if that's what you self-experience. Like, yeah, he treat me like I'm his. You might as well just tell the people without telling the people. Charlie Kirk treated you like an employee that you was. Charlie Kirk treated you like a servant, you said? Well, you only leave me to believe that's where did this come from? Where did that come from? Why did you post this on Charlie Kirk's page and not your own? Do she got her own page? Let's go over here. Hold on. Hold up, swole up. Hold up, swole up. Hold up, swole up. You got your own page, I'm sure. You got your own page? Miss Erika Kirk. Hold up, swole up. Hold up, swole up. Why this ain't on your page? Why this your page? You ain't even cracked 1 million followers yet. Why this ain't on your page? Again, that's weird to me. And like old boy said, it's weird. You got all these pictures, all these videos of y'all kids to the back. That is very weird. That is. What's the point? You might as well, if your explanation is to not you don't want people to see them or know what they look like, then you just don't post them, period. Because people still, and again, that still don't even make sense because y'all a public figure. So whenever you're out, people gonna take pictures of you or your kids, your family. They got free reign to do that. So I don't see how, and I don't. All of it's weird. I don't see how somebody else don't have pictures of their kids from the front as much as they be out, and people know who he is. And sure people want to take pictures with him and things of that nature, or maybe not. But yeah, most definitely, I'm saying. That's Wild Bill. I can't dig Erika Kirk's energy. And no, I'm not gonna say she had her husband killed, but it's looking real spooky. It's looking spooky. Everything about his case is looking spooky. So everybody's a suspect. And see, that's how, if anybody's a supporter of Charlie Kirk, then you should know everybody's a suspect. You should be just fine with that too. That's not uncommon. Usually the number one suspect to somebody dying like that would be the spouse. Why? Because they got motive. They get all the money, especially when it's big money involved. First person you want to look at if I'm the feds and I get this shake, I don't even care about the shooter. Yeah, we got to dig deep. Who's that? Who paid this shooter? This didn't just come from I don't like your speech. No, you didn't decide to ruin your life because you don't like this man's speech. You don't like his opinions. You're not going to go set up a snipe somebody because you don't like their opinions. It has to be much bigger than that. And so even if I felt like Tyler Robinson is the shooter, okay, he's the shooter, but who set you up with this? Who you working with? Now we got to find that out. And if the first person, I'm definitely checking into the spouse. Because why? The most logical thing who would want him to pass is somebody who going to have direct connect and all access to the dove. Now again, so again, it's not saying nothing bad about somebody. If somebody, that's normal. That's just protocol. His spouse passed and they don't have no beefs with nobody. The first thing the feds want to do is make sure you wasn't involved. Where were you at when it took place? Oh yeah, what is this? What is that? That's the type of things that take place. Shout out to Paul136 for being a new member of the channel, man. That's much love, much appreciated. You understand? Lose one member, gain another. Because Ken is out of here. He got all in his fields. I'm not smooth with that. We keep it frank around here. And if you don't like what's being said, then exit stage left, and that's that. Cool, but don't get to talking shit. And oh yeah, like Borrow said, if you're gonna bounce, then you ain't no need to. Oh no, AB said that. If you're gonna bounce, you don't need to tell the world about it. Just bounce. Just bounce. Because you ain't stopping no show, sir. Because you don't like it. Like, Kent doesn't like what let me shut it down. No, nigga, is you crazy? You either sit through it or you get through it or get gone. But don't get to start talking shit, lip tards and all of that. I don't rock like that, first of all. And then you talking to, see, you don't know who you think you're talking to. That's crazy work. But man, we're gonna stay tuned. Yeah, man, we're gonna stay on top of this because a lot of people are starting to see it. And I'm not going off of what he say, she say. A lot of people, I want to ask y'all something too. Borough, especially you. And AB, especially you too. I want to ask y'all something real quick. And whoever else in the chat, if you know this answer to this, or if you've seen the footage first. I'm not going to show it, but have y'all seen the footage with them carrying Charlie Kirk to the SUV? If you've seen the footage, let me know. I felt it strange when they carrying Charlie Kirk to the car and put him in the SUV. I seen no blood on the floor. I seen no blood dripping on the floor. I was confused. Where is the blood, man? And when Candace Owens said she's seen the recording from the back of Charlie and there was no blood, I'm thinking, well, where the fuck? Because if you get popped with a bullet like that, and we seen the blood start gushing on the original initial video. So I'm like, that should be a bloody situation over there. And when they holding him like this, you should have seen blood just dripping when they put him in the car. I would like to see the pictures of the gentleman who carried him and see how much blood did they have on them. Because I didn't see no blood. And the first thing I rewound it and I said, where's the blood? And remember the dude who took that camera down on the crime scene, right where Charlie got shot at, he moved the chair, stood on the chair and took the camera down. I'm thinking, how? And where? That should be a bloody scene. How you moving shit around and walking around and taking SIM cards out? And I'm like, where's the blood? This bullet didn't go inside and he was bleeding internally. No, we seen blood squish out of his neck as soon as he got hit. So the blood doesn't just stop squishing out of his neck because he falls to the ground. The blood was still. Have you ever seen a nigga get his neck slit? Maybe you haven't. But yeah, blood you hit it's coming out. So he got hit in the neck. That should have been coming out, and it doesn't stop. Maybe let's say they wrap something around it. They want to know you want to wrap around my neck, nigga, while I'm there. I don't know if you want to wrap something around my neck to stop the bleeding, but even if you wrap something around his neck, t-shirt or towel, that motherfucker gonna fill up with blood so fast and get the dripping and soaking itself. I'm just saying, man. Y'all seen it? No, Pope. Tell it. Hold on. Let's see. Paul said, the Pope, this video should go viral. There are millions of us who know the truth that need to see this. Keep up the great work, bro. No doubt. Please share the video. That's the only way it's going to get out. Make sure y'all share the video to your platforms. Make sure it get out. It's on the account of us how we gonna do it. But Steve 440 says, you are so correct. I've seen it. All of that. There was no exit wound. It should have been bleeding. It should have been bleeding. That's all I know. I know that much. It should have been leaking. And it was no exit wound. Does that mean it's no blood? Because I seen blood squirting out his neck. I guess, man. But I'm going to get on up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. I got to use the bathroom and everything else. Appreciate y'all coming through. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. What's the post? I'm out.